today's video, let's talk about the Dare Nike SB Collab sneakers, which in my honest opinion, perfect for the winter season. And if you got them for retail, I think this is the best value for money SB right now due to its crazy extra pair of laces. You're not getting only one but 5 extra pair of laces. And of course, I want to share my personal pick of lace swaps, so stay tuned on the last minute of the video. Alright, it turned out this one is very limited and I was not expecting that it sold out pretty quick during the release last week. Even though some don't like the background story of the designer of their brand, but I will be clear to you guys that in terms of fashion, art, or music, gay designers and artists are inevitable whether you like it or not. Plus, Nike is very supportive with the LGBT community. I think I just want to share this story to you guys a little bit. And if you knew Manny Pacquiao or Pac-Man, he was pretty big during his prime years and one of the best athlete in terms of boxing, considered as legendary actually. And you know, NBA players or superstars, whenever they visit Philippines, they always pay respect to him. So that's how big this guy during his prime years. And it turned out he's also a Nike endorser, and one time he quoted something about LGBT community, about the same-sex marriage, and he was so against it. And during that time, straight away, Nike canceled the sponsorship to Pacquiao. So that's how supportive Nike in terms of the LGBT community. Now let's talk about the good stuff about the Dare sneakers. And first of all, the glorious hair suede leather of this one reminded me a lot of the Mystic Red leather. So if you want to compare them, I would say they are on the same level. And of course, since the uppers of this pair is pretty neutral, you have the black and the gray, that means it's a very lace swap friendly sneakers. And take note the crazy extra pair of laces that I have mentioned earlier, and the flat ones especially, they really feel premium on hand. And since the uppers of this pair is pretty dark, it doesn't get dirty pretty quickly, especially if you want to wear them on autumn or in winter season. I want to add as well, the details of this pair is pretty insane. Looking at the outsoles, insoles, and the tongues, man, the customization is on another level on the Dare Nike SB Collab sneakers. And despite the background story of the designer of this pair, turns out this is a very manly colorway. Okay, let's talk about the bad stuff about this pair. I think number one is they are very limited, and you know, if it's limited, a lot of people will be disappointed because they cannot easily get them, and they will try to get it from the secondary market, which is somehow a little bit expensive versus the retail. And looking on the toe box of my pair, the symmetry is pretty off, so that's a QC issue for you guys, just to let you know. And the naked guy Dobre that a lot of people are complaining about, but to me it doesn't really make sense because you can easily take them out if you wanted to. Plus, if you don't know, the braids are actually pretty helpful if you want your laces to be centered all the time. I have to add as well that the tongue of my pair, or maybe on this Collab sneakers, is a little bit thinner if you want to compare it to the normal GRSB dunks. Alright, let's move on, and without any delay, these are the lace swaps that I did on this pair. And the number one is the burnt red colorway, inspired by the bread color combo. This is a no-brainer lace swap for me. Love the pop of the red color against the black gray uppers of this shoe. And the laces came from my Mystic Red SBs, in case you guys are asking where it came from. Second one is the orange and black flat laces. This came as extra pair of laces with the sneakers. Reason why I chose this is to give you guys an idea how orange laces will look on this pair and also the black. Although I prefer the default ones, these are also nice if you like your SBs to be a little bit flashy. Now, if you are a fan of rope laces, this one is for you guys. Inspired by the gray uppers again, these laces blend perfectly at the same time, giving you some texture on the uppers. I prefer, by the way, my laces to be around 9 mm in diameter because it's not super thick and not also super thin. I consider this swap as one of my personal favorite of all the lace swaps that I did. And these are the off-white SB laces. Inspired by the tongue branding, I like how the lightness of these laces tamed down a little bit the super dark colorway of these sneakers. Besides, the green lace tips of these laces are just perfect to match the green swoosh and the green inner linings. Let's say you're not a fan of the gray rope laces that I did earlier. Just hold your horses, I got you. These laces came from my Gray Fogs, and if you want your SBs to remain neutral in color, these are perfect for those occasions. Although you can't go wrong also with charcoal gray extra pair of laces. That is part of the 5 extra crazy pair that came with the Dare SBs. Last but not the least, if you want to go bananas or simply just being crazy, try these black Oreo laces. It will give you that fun, easy-going vibe. Although I wish they are a little bit thicker, but the idea here is to give you guys the ideas on how they look with speckled laces. In terms of sizing, in my case, I have a narrow to average feet. That's why I'm always wearing true to size in all my Nike SBs. But if you have an average to wide or thicker feet, it's best to go a half size up because of the Nike SB thicker paddings. Say you have a Jordan 1, which is US 9 in men's, it's better to go 9.5 this time if this is your first Nike SBs. So there you go. I hope this video managed to help you or give you some ideas on how to rock your Dare SB sneakers. As always, stay safe and peace out.